Brock Lesnar did not lose to Oba Femi. And if you think this was just a loss, you completely missed what WWE just did. Because this did not feel like Brock getting beaten. It felt like something being taken from him. Not the match, not the moment, something much bigger. And WWE did not protect him. No interference, no chaos, no excuse. Just Brock Lesnar standing across from Oba Femi. And for the first time in years, Brock did not feel like the danger. He felt like the warning sign. That is the part most fans are not ready to say out loud. Because this was not a loss. This was a transfer. And WWE has done this before. When they want to make someone feel unstoppable, they do not just give him victories. They give him a name fans already fear. That is Brock Lesnar. Brock is WWE's panic button. When a match needs danger, bring Brock. When a champion needs pressure, bring Brock. When the roster needs to feel smaller, bring Brock. For years, Brock has been the shortcut to violence. But against Oba Femi, WWE flipped the formula. Brock was not the monster in the story anymore. He was the proof that a new one had arrived. And Oba did not look lucky. He did not look overwhelmed. He looked like the one problem Brock could not solve. That is what made the match feel uncomfortable. Because WWE knows how to protect Brock. They can give him a cheap finish, a distraction, a post-match attack, one clean excuse that keeps the Beast myth alive. But this time, there was no escape route. Just Oba Femi. And then came the detail that changed everything. The gloves, the boots. For Brock Lesnar, that gear is not just gear. The gloves are part of the violence. The boots are part of the machine. That is the uniform of the Beast. So, when Brock starts taking them off, WWE is not just showing frustration. They are showing the role being peeled away, piece by piece. And that is colder than a burial. Because a burial can be rejected. Fans can say WWE went too far. But this felt different. This felt like WWE quietly saying, the role has changed hands. That is how you create a monster without screaming about it. You do not tell the audience Oba is dangerous. You make Brock Lesnar react like he already knows. And Brock's silence did more for Oba than any promo could. Because fans already understand what Brock means. If Brock looks shaken, the audience fills in the blanks. If Brock takes off the gloves, fans feel the ending. If Brock walks away, the question becomes impossible to ignore. Did WWE just replace the Beast? That is why Oba Femi walked out of that match feeling different. Before this, he was a powerhouse with a massive future. After this, he became the future Brock Lesnar had to look at. And the scary part is, Oba did not need to overperform. He did not need a long speech. He did not need to beg the crowd to accept him. He just had to stand there while WWE moved Brock's aura onto him. That is the magic trick. The fear did not disappear. It changed owners. Brock Lesnar used to be the final boss. But this match made him feel like the gate closing behind an old era. Yesterday met tomorrow, and tomorrow did not blink. That is why this was not Beast versus Beast. It was time versus time. Brock was the old threat. Oba was the new one. And WWE made that shift feel unavoidable. Oba Femi is not being presented like a prospect anymore. He is being presented like a takeover. The kind of monster who does not need to scream because the booking screams for him. That is brutal. Because retirement would have been cleaner. Retirement lets Brock leave on his own terms. This did not feel like that. This felt like WWE taking the one thing Brock still had. His inevitability. That feeling that no matter who stood across from him, Brock was still Brock. And WWE handed that feeling to someone younger, bigger, hungrier, untouched by time. That is the opponent Brock could never beat. Not Oba Femi. Time. Oba was just the body WWE used to make time look human. And once you see it that way, the whole match changes. The pin was not the point. The shock was not the point. The point was the visual. The Beast removing the uniform. The new monster standing in the wreckage. The audience realizing they may have watched an era end without a speech. Because the most powerful endings are not always loud. Sometimes they are just Brock Lesnar taking off his gloves and making you wonder if the Beast has finally met the thing that comes after him. Because after this match, every Oba Femi match carries a new question. If Brock could not stop him, who can? Brock became the proof. Proof that WWE's next monster is already here. And the most dangerous part is this. WWE did not kill the Beast. They built the next one in front of him. Then they let Brock take off the gloves, take off the boots, and walk away.